we're here to help you keep or get your kids back. And if you'll just help us help you, we can have success.
Cases come to court when Children and Youth Services files a petition alleging that your child or children are dependent. And what that means is that generally, Children and Youth Services can file a petition alleging several different grounds, but the most common ground that they petition upon is to say that your children are without proper parental care and control. It's important for you to also understand that not all cases come into court. Some cases, the families are able to be helped outside of court, but in this particular segment, we're discussing cases that have actually been made to come to court by the filing of a petition.
The hearings don't always last very long, so sometimes you have a very short amount of time to get all the information in front of the judge that he or she is going to need to make the decision. So it's really important that you talk with your lawyer ahead of the hearing and make a game plan. What do we want the judge to know?
An important tip I would have for parents is that they want to make sure that they've reached out and their attorneys have the opportunity to sit down with them and have a detailed conversation about the plan for a particular court hearing.
I made sure I arrived to court on time, dressed appropriately, and the most important thing is I kept my cool. I didn't get upset. There were some times when I wanted to, but I depended on my advocate to, sometimes she'd say, we're okay, we're doing good, even though I thought that we were doing horribly, but I trusted her. And so I did everything possible. Like I said, I didn't cuss at anybody, I didn't roll my eyes, I didn't get an attitude, and I let my case speak for itself.
It's very important to keep in contact with your attorney because they are your voice in this whole situation. You can have thoughts and feelings and things that you want to express, but it's their job to express that for you and go for what's best for you and your children.
Some of your rights as a parent when your children are in CWEF placement is, first of all, the right to visit. You have a fundamental right to visit with your children. And the level of visits and the amount of structure that's placed on those visits, the limitation that's placed on those visits is something that you have to work out with the court. Your attorney is there to help make your case as to why you should have the least restrictive visits possible. You have the right to participate actively in the decisions as far as the placement of your children, that your relatives have a first in line position in terms of being considered for placement, and the agency has an obligation to investigate them before moving to stranger foster care. So it's important to get your relatives who you think would be appropriate possible placements involved in the process.
Anyone who a family identifies as a support or a connection to them, they are able to be a part of the case planning process. It's important for families to feel supported and like they have a team available to help them with achieving their goals.
I became aware that I couldn't navigate this on my own. I had to be humble enough to ask and reach out to people who I knew. If I was proud and if I was thinking I could do it myself, I'm not sure my children would have been returned.
When this first started, I did feel a little bit intimidated by my CYF caseworker. I did see her as some kind of enemy, but once I realized that she was there for a reason, I had to own up to everything that I did. It's not like I was being a great mom one day and they just walked in and got involved. So I had to see the part that I played in it.
We want unsupervised visits as often as possible. That's really the best form of a visit, the unsupervised visit, when the parent, the child, or the children can interact in a natural setting. So we encourage and we try to get our clients unsupervised visits right from the beginning of the case. And there's certain factors that a judge is going to look at in order to determine when reunification should occur, when reunification can occur. And the judge is going to get a report as to the visits. The judge is going to get a report as to the quality of the visits, how often the visits occur, your interaction with your children at the visits.
if they're not demonstrating a regular commitment to their child through visitation, it's hard to show to the court and to the agency that they are really intent on reunifying with their child. Visitation not only tells the agency, it tells their child they want to be with them.
Visitation, it was great because my dad, he would come every week. He'd bring movies, cut my hair, sometimes he'd bring snacks. I just like being off of the program, spending time with my dad.
Make sure that you understand everything that's going on.
Parents need to accept your decision making to start the situation. It's not the children's fault.
Recognize that this is an opportunity to learn and grow from this circumstance.
Never give up. Never. Keep fighting.